Most people dream at night, but very few wake up and fight for those dreams in the morning. Zendia Carter stood at the bus stop in downtown Chicago with frozen hands shoved deep inside the pockets of her oversized hoodie. The cold wind cut through the streets while cars rushed past like everyone already knew where they belonged in life. She was 22 years old. No apartment of her own. No college degree. No rich family. No shortcuts. Only a notebook filled with dreams nobody believed in anymore. Every morning she woke up at 5 a.m., took 2 buses across the city, worked long shifts at a grocery store, and came home too exhausted to think. But every night, after the noise of the world faded, she opened her old laptop and wrote stories, ideas, plans, goals. She wanted to become a filmmaker. Not famous. Not rich. Just someone whose stories could make broken people feel understood. But dreams sound beautiful only until life starts charging rent. Zendia, you need to be realistic, her mother told her one evening while folding laundry in their tiny apartment. Dreams don't pay bills. Zendia forced a smile. I know, but inside, something hurt. Because she was already trying harder than anyone knew. At work, customers yelled at her for things she couldn't control. Managers treated her like she was replaceable. Her feet hurt constantly. Sometimes she cried in the employee bathroom for exactly 3 minutes before washing her face and going back out with a fake smile. Yet every night she still worked on her dream. That was the part nobody saw. People only celebrate success. They never watch the lonely process behind it. One Friday night, Zendia sat on the rooftop of her building staring at the city lights. Her best friend Ava sat beside her eating cheap fries from a paper bag. You ever think maybe we're too late? Zendia asked quietly. Ava laughed. For what? For everything. The wind blew Zendia's curls across her face as she looked down at the streets below. Other people my age already have careers. Some are married. Some already made it online. And I'm here working cashier shifts hoping life changes someday. Ava looked at her seriously. You know the difference between you and most people? What? You keep going even when nobody claps for you. Zendia stayed silent, because deep down, she was tired. Tired of trying. Tired of waiting. Tired of feeling invisible. That night she went home and opened social media. She watched people showing luxury apartments, perfect relationships, expensive vacations, successful lives. Comparison slowly poisoned her mind. Maybe she really was failing. Maybe dreams were only for lucky people. She closed the app and stared at herself in the black laptop screen reflection. Dark circles under her eyes. Messy hair. Exhaustion written across her face. Then she whispered something that changed her life, if nobody believes in me yet, I'll believe in myself until they do. The next morning, Zendia created a strict routine. No more waiting for motivation. No more excuses. No more, someday. She started waking up earlier. Reading every day. Studying filmmaking online. Writing scripts before work. Saving money instead of wasting it. Exercising at sunrise. Learning editing at night. Her life became repetitive and exhausting. But slowly, something powerful happened. She stopped feeling sorry for herself. Because discipline changes people differently than motivation ever can. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is identity. Months passed. While others spent weekends partying, Zendia stayed home learning camera angles from free tutorials. While others laughed at her little dream, she kept practicing. One night her younger brother Malik walked into her room. You still doing those movie things? Zendia smiled weakly. Yeah. He looked around at her wall covered with notes and storyboards. You really think this is gonna work? She paused. then answered honestly. I don't know. Malik frowned. Then why keep doing it? Zendia looked back at her laptop screen. Because I'd rather fail chasing my dream than succeed doing something that kills me inside. Those words stayed in Malik's mind for years. The truth was, Zendia wasn't confident every day. Some nights she completely broke down. One winter evening after a brutal shift, she got rejected from another internship opportunity. That was rejection number 12. 12. She sat on the floor of her room crying silently while everyone else slept. Maybe life really wasn't fair. Maybe hard work didn't matter. Maybe dreams were just dangerous lies people told themselves to survive reality. She almost quit that night. Almost. Then her eyes landed on a sticky note taped beside her desk. Dreams only work when you do. She stared at those words for a long time. Then slowly stood up. Opened her laptop again. And kept working. That moment mattered more than success itself. Because winners are built in moments where quitting looks easier. Over the next year, Zendia improved quietly. No audience. No viral moment. No overnight success. Just consistency. Her first short film got only 312 views online. But one comment changed everything. Your story made me feel less alone. Zendia reread that comment at least 20 times. Not because of popularity. Because for the first time, her work reached someone's heart. That was enough to continue. Soon she started creating more videos after work. Sleep became shorter. Her days became harder. But her purpose became stronger. Then life hit her again. Her grocery store reduced employee hours. Money became tight. Bills piled up. Stress exploded inside the apartment. One night her mother finally snapped. You need a real career, Zendia. This fantasy is destroying you. The room went silent. Zendia felt tears filling her eyes, but this time she didn't argue. Because she understood something painful, people who love you can still doubt you. And sometimes they doubt you because life taught them to fear disappointment. Later that night, Zendia sat alone in a laundromat finishing edits on her laptop while machines rumbled around her. That image explained her entire life. A girl chasing a dream in places never designed for dreamers. At 2:13 a.m. exhausted and emotionally drained, she uploaded another short film online. Then she whispered, one day this struggle will make sense. She had no proof. Only faith. Only work ethic. Only stubborn hope. But sometimes that's enough to survive another day. And survival is where every success story secretly begins. The lesson is simple, dreams are not magic. Vision boards are not enough. Talking is not enough. Wanting it is not enough. You must work when nobody is watching. You must continue when results are invisible. You must believe during seasons where life gives you no evidence. Because dreams only work when you do. Everybody wants the dream, until the dream demands sacrifice. 2 years later, Zendia's life still looked ordinary from the outside. She still lived in the same apartment in Chicago. Still worried about bills. Still worked exhausting jobs. But internally, she had transformed into someone stronger. Pain had matured her. Discipline had rebuilt her. Failure had sharpened her. Most people around her still didn't understand her vision. But Zendia no longer needed approval to continue. That's the dangerous power of consistency. Eventually you become addicted to growth. Every morning she jogged through empty streets before sunrise while listening to motivational speeches in her headphones. Every evening she edited videos until her eyes burned from staring at screens. Weekends disappeared into work. Birthdays passed. Relationships faded. Friends slowly drifted away. Success costs more than people expect. And loneliness is often part of the price. One afternoon Zendia received a message from an old classmate. "Hey, saw you're still making videos. That's cute." Cute. That word irritated her more than insults ever could. Because people say, cute, when they don't take your dreams seriously. For a moment insecurity returned. Maybe everyone secretly saw her as delusional. But later that night, while reviewing old footage from her first projects, Zendia noticed something shocking. She had improved tremendously. Her storytelling. Her editing. Her confidence. Her voice. Slow progress is invisible until one day it isn't. That realization gave her energy again. A few months later, Zendia uploaded a deeply personal short film about depression, isolation, and chasing purpose in your 20s. She almost didn't post it. It felt too vulnerable. Too honest. But honesty connects deeper than perfection ever will. 3 days later, the video unexpectedly exploded online. Thousands of comments flooded in. "Thank you. This feels like my life. I thought I was alone. You inspired me not to quit." Zendia stared at the screen in disbelief. For years nobody noticed her work. Now strangers across the country connected with her story. She cried quietly in her room that night. Not because she made it. But because all the painful years suddenly meant something. Still, success didn't magically fix life. More opportunities came. But so did more pressure. Brands wanted content. People expected consistency. Algorithms demanded constant attention. The internet celebrated her growth while she privately battled exhaustion. That's another truth nobody talks about. Sometimes the dream you prayed for becomes heavy too. One evening Zendia visited her old grocery store after finally quitting months earlier. The same fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. The same tired faces worked the registers. Her old coworker Daniel looked shocked. "Yo. Zendia?" She laughed. "Been a while. I saw your videos online. That's really you." She smiled modestly. Daniel shook his head. "That's crazy. You actually did it." Zendia looked around the store carefully. The smell. The noise. The memories. Then she answered softly, "No. I just didn't stop." That sentence carried years of pain behind it. People think success happens suddenly. But they never see the hundreds of ordinary days that created it. Later that week Zendia spoke at a small community event for young adults struggling with purpose. She stood nervously on stage looking at dozens of tired faces staring back at her. Some looked hopeless. Some looked lost. Some reminded her of herself years earlier. She took a deep breath. "I used to think successful people were special," she began. "But the truth is, they just kept going longer than everyone else." The room became silent. Zendia continued. "There were nights I cried alone. Days I doubted myself. Moments I felt completely invisible. But dreams die the moment you stop working for them." A young girl in the audience raised her hand. "What if people around you don't support your dream?" Zendia smiled sadly. "Sometimes people project their fears onto your future. Don't hate them for it. Just don't let their fear become your identity." Another person asked, "What if I fail?" Zendia nodded slowly. "You will fail. Many times. But failure is not the opposite of success. Quitting is." The audience applauded softly. But one teenage boy near the back sat frozen. Because those words hit something deep inside him. After the event he approached Zendia nervously. "I want to become a musician," he admitted. "But everyone thinks it's unrealistic." Zendia remembered her younger self immediately. So she told him the truth nobody told her at his age: you don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need enough courage to keep working until results speak louder than opinions. The boy smiled with watery eyes. That interaction stayed with Zendia for weeks. Because she finally understood her purpose wasn't just filmmaking anymore. It was reminding people not to abandon themselves. Years earlier she chased success to prove something. Now she worked to inspire something. That changed everything. One snowy night Zendia returned to the same rooftop where she once questioned her future beside Ava. The city lights still shimmered below. The cold wind still moved through the streets. But this time, Zendia felt different. Stronger. Calmer. Certain. Ava joined her carrying coffee cups. "You remember when you almost gave up?" Ava asked. Zendia laughed softly. "Too many times." Ava handed her a coffee. "So what kept you going?" Zendia looked across the skyline for a long moment before answering. "Because deep down, I knew the person I wanted to become was waiting on the other side of hard work." Silence settled between them peacefully. Not every dream comes true exactly how you imagine. Some take longer. Some change shape. Some break you before they build you. But hard work transforms people even before success arrives. That's the real reward. Not money. Not fame. Not applause. Transformation. The shy become confident. The weak become resilient. The lost become disciplined. And one day you look back at your old self with gratitude because they refused to quit during invisible seasons. So if you're watching this while feeling behind in life, if you feel exhausted, if nobody believes in you yet, if your dream feels impossible, remember Zendia. Remember the girl editing videos in laundromats at 2 a.m. Remember the girl crying after rejection but continuing anyway. Remember the girl who kept working long before anybody noticed her name, because dreams are not built in comfort. They are built in sacrifice. In repetition. In discipline. In painful ordinary days. And one day the same people who ignored your struggle may ask how you became successful. They will call you lucky. But you will remember every sleepless night they never saw. The final lesson is this: a dream without action is only a wish. Talent means nothing without consistency. Hope means nothing without effort. Vision means nothing without discipline. Your future changes the moment your excuses stop being stronger than your goals. Dreams only work when you do.